When the breach to Malifaux reopened after 100 years, the guild was quick to take control of the city in an effort to seek out soulstones. They were successful in maintaining and even expanding their dominance of the soulstone trade, but the laborers and convicts that they brought over to do the mining had to work in terrible conditions. The guild cared little for their health and safety, and floods, cave-ins, and other incidents caused the workers to start banding together. As this sense of camaraderie was expanding, a survivor of one such incident by the name of Eric Ulish organized the other miners around him and founded the United Miners Union. They quickly grew in membership and began making efforts to improve the conditions in the mines and stop the constant flooding. A man named Dr. Victor Ramos, along with a team of engineers, began helping them with these efforts. Ramos grew in popularity, and soon the United Miners Union voted to incorporate the engineers into the union, reorganizing as the Miners and Steamfitters Union. Before the guild could crack down, they had expanded their influence across nearly every mine in the north. Ramos was able to increase the safety in the mines, and his increased popularity allowed him to take over as president of the union when Ulish died in an accident. Ramos's crowning achievement is the Hollow Point Pumping Station, a massive complex inside of a hollowed-out mountain that's used to pump out water and stop the mines from flooding. It also serves as the M&SU's base of operations in their continuing struggle to protect the workers and hold off the power of the guild. Union membership is open to nearly anyone, whether you're a miner, steamfitter, or other tradesman, and nearly everyone who is employed in such a field is a member of the union. Those few who decide not to join up are treated disfavorably by the union, which tends to only look out for its own members. One of the main issues that the guild was facing in the early days of the resettlement was the problem of mages. Many people who cross the breach to Malifaux suddenly find that they have magical powers that they may not have had back on Earth. This posed a serious threat to the guild's power, and they outlawed any use of magic outside of their own control. Many people felt that this was unfair, including Victor Ramos, who saw an opportunity as he was forming the Miners and Steamfitters Union. While the guild went about arresting or killing mages all over the city, Ramos and his friends felt that they were doing nothing wrong. He began organizing from within the union and recruiting other magic users, while simultaneously using this new Arcanist organization to increase his power in the union. They began researching magic and technology and training other mages in magic use and opposing the guild. Ramos made extensive efforts to recruit more members, reaching out to anyone who had magical abilities and wanted to learn, or who were otherwise oppressed by the guild. While the Arcanists were a fairly secretive organization, most members of the union were aware of their existence, but didn't know how deep their membership ran. While a core tenet of the M&SU's activity was political work and lobbying to resist the guild's power and exert their own, the Arcanists chose a more direct approach. They engaged in criminal activity and violence, and the guild quickly learned that they would be a problem. While guild leadership was aware of the relationship between the Arcanists and the M&SU, they didn't know the extent of their cooperation, and they couldn't crack down, as the union was so popular among the people. While leading both sides of the organization, Victor Ramos was able to maintain his persona as a kindly labor organizer who's always willing to work with the guild to find solutions. But as his power grew, so did his ambition, and Ramos became obsessed with locating the Soulstone Geode to power his Leviathan. This giant construct would tip the balance of power in favor of the Arcanists if only Ramos had a Soulstone powerful enough to operate it indefinitely. He began investing significant resources in this quest, and neglecting his duties to the Arcanists and the M&SU. He left control of the Arcanists to his protege, Karis, and the M&SU to Tony Ironsides, who was very popular among the people. The guild saw this potential weakness, and made Ironsides an offer she couldn't refuse, and with her cooperation, they were able to arrest Ramos and haul him off to jail. This caused a significant rift in the Arcanists and Union that almost split the organizations apart, until Karis and Ironsides were able to come to an understanding. Unfortunately for them, many of the important members of the Arcanists and the Union were only there as the result of Ramos's recruitment efforts and his inspiring leadership. Many of these people were loyal to Ramos and not the organizations, and in his absence, they've begun falling away from the cause. That is a basic overview of the Miners and Steamfitters Union as well as the Arcanists. If you found that interesting, then be sure to check out some of the other lore shorts that I did, touching on a variety of different topics across Malifaux. Be sure to like and subscribe, check out all the important links in the description below, and don't forget to join the Discord or sign up for the Patreon if you want to support the channel. With that, I want to send a huge thank you to the extremely cool kids tier on Patreon, the Steampower Scoundrels, Dogmatize, Spanner Rider, Dynat, Rob Younce, and Tom Likely. And thanks for watching.